We'll start off because a lot of people make this walk. Not a lot of people make this walk with 20 or 30 fans with your face on a mask. Yeah. So I saw you there when you came out. You had a smile on your face. What was that like walking out with that?
Yeah, madness. I still have no idea who's organised that. I've got a good few people coming to support me. Whoever organised that's a top G. They deserve a lot of credit for that because I looked out and thought, who's that on the mask? And then I saw my own face and thought, fuck it, now here we go. But it was cool to see them all supporting me and see my beautiful mug on all their faces.
Just the fight itself. He came out pretty hot. He came out throwing hooks, landed a couple of shots.
Yeah.
Was the game plan going into it to maybe open it up on the feet a little bit and then take an opportunity for the takedown?
That's exactly it. The game plan was to settle a little bit more on the feet, show some more of my skills. I landed a few nice shots, but he's got that Brazilian favela dog in him. He was swinging hooks, and every single one of them, I could tell by the look on his face he wanted to hurt me. So I thought, let's get in here, get the win, double leg him, smash him with a few elbows, and then I want to fight again soon. So I wasn't looking at taking much damage on the feet with him.
I actually quite liked it. When he walked out, he was kissing your face on the bar.
He was kissing my face.
You'll like watching the replay back on that. But just coming back to the finish, you got Mount pretty easily. You mentioned it a second ago about the elbows. How different is that for you now when you get to the ground? Because you're very well rounded, but that's your bread and butter, right? Your ground game. What's it like now? You can open up a little bit with the elbows.
Yeah, 100% a new layer in my game that I was happy to show tonight. Even in training, you don't really get a chance to throw the elbows to someone's head, so you can simulate it a little bit, but to actually feel, what does it feel like, elbow to skull? I've got a taste for it. My elbow's a little bit sore, but other than that, it was a beautiful thing to showcase tonight and a new thing to add to my arsenal.
I know you mentioned earlier about working out in San Diego. For anyone that doesn't know, you're working with MMA Fight Academy out there. You've got so many good guys out there to work with and to learn off. I know Adam Darby was on the card earlier. Talk to me a little bit. What was it like working with the Hardwick brothers? Because I know obviously they're cage warriors, very well known, and they went out there for a little bit. What was it like working with them?
Yeah, so obviously the MMA Fight Academy, we have some of the best prospects in Europe, but we've got lots of high-level pros, cage warriors champions like Hardwick, Morgan Charrier, who come through and train with us during camp. So to actually get some training in with the champ, George Hardwick, was absolutely unreal. I get to see where I need to be cage warriors lightweight champion. Give me 3 years, I'm going to be there. George will be in the UFC by that time. But learning some little details off the people at the top of the sport, unreal experience. And that's why being part of the MMA Fight Academy is so valuable.
Just touching on that as well, last couple from me. There were so many people in the crowd there supporting you. You had a good pop. Obviously, we spoke about the masks. Talk to me a little bit about that side of the game, because I think one thing that you do so well is your social media, is your brand presence online. Is that something you know is very important for your career, or is that something that you just enjoy doing?
Yeah, obviously, it's part of the game now. I can be the best fighter in the world, but if nobody knows who I am, I'm not going to get any money. Nobody's going to want to get me signed in the UFC, so I've got to work on getting my name out there and getting better in the gym at the same time. A lot of people like to just focus on one. You get a lot of Instagram fighters who think they're the shit, but really they've got no skills. And a lot of people who are so good in the gym, but don't perform or get the credit that they deserve. I'm trying to be the full package and do both those things.
We're coming up to the end of the year now. What does the next 12 months look like for you in an ideal world?
I mean, it's going to be a big 12 months. I've got 3 fights left on my Cage Warriors contract, and every single one of those I want to just step up the competition slightly, test myself with different people, different looks, finish those 5 fights, renew my contract, and then I want to start climbing and putting myself in the title picture. But right now it's settling into my pro career, getting some experience in the 4-ounce gloves. But big things are coming. I've got the right team around me. I've got the right mindset, so it's just about executing my plans upstairs.
Top man. Last one from me. Celebratory meal. What are we going with?
Fuck, man. I don't know. I've been walking around the shops all week trying to find some scran. And weirdly, this camp, every fighter has a craving. There's something that they want throughout camp. But because I've been living in a house with 8 other fighters, we've all just been eating healthy. There's nothing tempting me. There's nothing I've seen that's tempting me. So I don't even know what I want to eat.
I'll give you a little inspiration.
Saw the inspiration. I want to eat some of the shit you eat when you watch the UFC.
100%. We'll get that sorted one day. Right, Ted? Absolute legend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.